Every story tells the kids the same thing: fight it, run from it, or beat it. But what if the right move was this? I came out to Goose Park to find a feather because there's a moment I'm working on where a kid is facing something way bigger than him, the all inky Gorgo. And instead of fighting it, he reaches out with the feather from the Captain Sure Shot hat. And I want to use it for reference. And this is the part that I think some people skip. We scroll for reference, we search images, but then we miss this. The way that light hits things, how soft something actually is, or how it moves with the wind. So instead of scrolling, I go out and look for references. Because a photo tells you what something looks like. A being here tells you what it feels like. And this is the part I don't want to lose. Being outside, looking around, watching people, animal, light, movement. This is where the story comes from. Not from perfect ideas, but from small things you almost miss. Finding a feather in real life is such a small thing. It feels a little magical, like it was just waiting to be noticed, like the world is giving you a tiny piece of a story. So there's a moment that I'm currently working on for the book. There's a ship and it's surrounded by a monster, the all inky Gorgo. His arms are wrapped around the ship. The adult in charge, Captain Sure Shot, the one that gave all the tests to Peter to prove that he is brave, he's done, he's crying. The rest of the crew running around, afraid without leadership. And Goosey is on a plank, honking loudly to the inky Gorgo. And the kid, he doesn't pick up a weapon, he picks up a feather. And that choice matters, because a feather doesn't fight, it asks a question. When I was writing this book, I kept thinking about what kids are usually taught. Be tough, be strong, don't be scared. But kids don't start that way. They start curious. They reach toward things, they ask questions, they get close. That instinct is actually right, and we slowly train them out of it, reinforcing the correct behavior by correcting and helping them make the right decisions. So when I draw this moment for my book, I don't want the feather to feel powerful. I want it to feel light, almost like it shouldn't work, because that's the point. Small things don't look like solutions until they are. Kids don't need to be taught how to wonder, they already do this. They lay on the ground, they get close, they study things, they take their time. But somewhere along the way, we start rushing them. We tell them to move on, stay clean, don't get distracted. And we miss what they are actually doing. They are learning how to see. That's why Peter is on the ground here. He's not fighting anything, he's not trying to be big, he's just looking. In that moment, that quiet curiosity, that's what gives him the idea. If there is one thing I would like parents to hold on to, is this: let them stay there a little longer, let them look, let them wonder, let them get curious about small things. because that's where the creativity starts. And honestly, that's where courage starts too. Let me ask you something. If you were standing there on that ship, what would you reach out with? Not your kid, but you. Whatever your answer is, that's probably what they're reaching out for too. So the question isn't just would they be brave? It's what are we showing them to reach for? Because courage isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just trying. And maybe instead of teaching them to be tough, we teach them to stay curious, to build courage slowly, and to try. That's the kind of story I want them to find. I'm trying something different with these videos, more exploring, because this this is where the inspiration and the ideas actually come from. If you want to follow along while I build this story, this book, subscribe. The book is coming out on June 8th. And next week, you will see what happens when a feather actually touches the monster. All right, see you then.